Hello everyone, and welcome back to our state level lecture of Science 2. And I am Shilpa Chakraban from Vikroli Parkside with our lesson number 3, Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 2. Okay, so in our previous lecture, we came across male reproductive organ, and we also discussed about how the semen which starts its journey from testis to epididymis and from vas deferens to ejaculatory duct, and from urinogenital duct it is pushed out through penis. And we have also seen all the organs of male reproductive system that are paired except urinogenital duct, penis and scrotum. And after that, we have discussed about the female reproductive system, which releases an ovum every month from each ovary alternately. Now, oocyte enters the oviduct through that opening, and cilia which are present on the inner surface of oviduct push the oocyte towards uterus. Okay, so how the oocyte enters the oviduct through that opening, and how the cilia are present on inner surface of oviduct. This cilia or hair-like structure push the oocyte towards uterus. And in our previous lecture, we have seen that sexual reproduction has two main processes, that is gamete formation and fertilization. Okay, so both gametes, that is sperm and ovum, are formed by meiosis. Okay, so sperms are produced in testes of men from the age of puberty till the death, and however in the case of women, at the time of birth, there are 2 to 4 million immature oocytes in the ovary of female fetus. Okay, so an oocyte matures and is released from ovary every month from the beginning of maturity up to the age of menopause, which is approximately 45 years of age. And we have also seen what is menopause. Menopause means it is the stoppage of functioning of female reproductive system, and at the age of about 45 to 50 years, secretion of hormones that controlling the functions of female reproductive system either stops or becomes irregular, and in this case what happens, this causes the menopause. So from the age of puberty up to menopause means from 10 to 17 years to the age of 45 to 50 years, and ovum is released every month from the ovary. That means out of 2 to 4 million ova, 2 to 4 million ova, approximately only 40 oocytes are released up to the age of menopause, and remaining oocytes undergo degeneration. And after that, what happens? Oocytes which are released from ovaries during last few months nearing the age of menopause, that is 40 to 50 years, old, they are of 40 to 50 years old. Their ability of division is diminished, means it is very poor till now. So due to this, they cannot complete meiotic division properly. So if such oocytes are fertilized, so the newborn produced from them may be with some abnormalities like Down syndrome. Okay, so we have discussed about Down syndrome. What is Down syndrome? Down syndrome is a condition in which an individual inherits all or the part of an extra copy of chromosome 21. So it includes mental retardation and distinctive facial characteristics, and there is an increased risk for heart defects and digestive problems, which can range from mild to severe. So the mental ability of an adult is equivalent to 8 to 9 years old child. That is the mental ability of the child which has Down syndrome. So what happens? The mental ability means its IQ is equivalent to 8 to 9 years old child. Okay, so the parents of the affected individual are usually genetically normal, means parents are normal, but the child, it is abnormal. So due to means if the oocytes of 40 to 50 years they get fertilized, then what happens? This type of newborn can be produced with abnormalities. So after that, we have seen formation of zygote by the union of sperm and ovum is called as fertilization. Now fertilization is internal in humans and semen is ejaculated in vagina during copulation. Now sperms in the numbers of few millions start their journey by the root of vagina and uterus, then oviduct, and one of those few million sperms fertilize the only ovum present in the oviduct. Okay, so we have seen up to here, and then we have also seen how the development and birth process means it starts in the womb of the woman. Okay, so the female, what happens now after fertilization, how the development and birth takes place, that we have seen. The zygote formed after fertilization in the oviduct undergoes repeated mitotic divisions. Okay, so what happens during this? The chromosome number in germ cells producing the gametes are diploid, that is 2 in number, and it includes 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosomes, that is 44 plus XX or 44 plus XY chromosome. And this germ cells that divide by meiosis, due to this gamete contains only haploid, means n number of chromosomes. So n number of chromosomes, they take part in means fertilization process. So that is 22 plus X or 22 plus Y, 2 types of sperms are produced at the male reproductive part. So whereas in oocytes, what happens? Only 22 plus X chromosomes, means this type of chromosomes are formed. Only XX type of chromosomes are present. Now both sperms and oocytes are produced by meiosis. In case of sperms, process of meiotic division is completed before the sperms that leave male reproductive tract, and however, in case of oocytes, process of meiotic division it completes after ovulation during fertilization in oviduct. Okay, so now after fertilization, how the development and birth takes place. The zygote formed after fertilization in the oviduct, it undergoes repeated mitotic divisions and embryo is formed. Now meanwhile, it is pushed towards the uterus, and once it reaches the uterus, it is implanted and further development occurs after implantation. So an organ called placenta, it is formed for supply of food material, means the development which the baby wants. What it does, it takes the supply of food from the mother with the help of placenta. So during the growth in the uterus, the placenta is the connection between the mother and the baby. So embryonic development is completed approximately within 9 months after the fertilization. Now here we have also seen that the man is responsible for the couple which will have a boy or a girl. During zygote formation, man contributes either X or Y chromosome, and in this way the newborn is a girl or a boy, and for that only man is responsible for this chromosomes. Okay, now let's move to the another topic of female reproductive organ, that is menstrual cycle. Now in the female reproductive system, what happens, the female reproductive system undergoes some changes at puberty, and those changes repeat at the interval of every 28 to 30 days. Now these repetitive changes are called as menstrual cycle. So what happens in the menstrual cycle? This menstrual cycle is a natural process controlled by 4 hormones. So which 4 hormones are responsible? Those are follicle stimulating hormone, that is FSH, luteinizing hormone, that is LH, estrogen and progesterone. So these hormones are responsible for menstrual cycle. So one of the several follicles in the ovary starts to develop along with the oocyte present in it under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone. So this developing follicle secretes estrogen. So what happens, this developing follicle which secretes estrogen, that endometrium of the uterus starts to develop during first cycle, or it regenerates during the subsequent cycles under the effect of estrogen. So meanwhile, what happens, developing follicle completes its development and it bursts under the effect of luteinizing hormone, and oocyte is released, and this is called as ovulation. So this process, it takes place during every month in the female reproductive part. Okay, so the remaining tissues of the burst follicle forms the corpus luteum. Means corpus luteum, it starts to secrete progesterone, and the endometrial gland that secretes the secretion under the effect of progesterone. Thus, the endometrium is ready for implantation of embryo. So, in this way, what happens? The menstrual cycle, it means this process, it takes place in the female reproductive system every month. Okay, so how does this process take place? Let's see once again. So what happens? Female reproductive system, it undergoes some changes at puberty. Means at the age of 10 to 17 years, the age of puberty is from 10 to 17 years, and those changes start from this age. Okay, so and those changes repeat at the interval of every 28 to 30 days. So these repetitive changes, this happens after the age of puberty, they are called as menstrual cycle. Okay, so the menstrual cycle is a natural process. Means every woman has this. Means every woman or every female reproductive system, it has this process. Okay, and it is controlled by 4 hormones. Now those 4 hormones are what are their names? That are follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, and progesterone. So what these 4 hormones do? They secrete these hormones, and the process of menstrual cycle, it repeats every month. Okay, one of the several follicles, means the besides these follicles, some other follicles are also present in the ovary. So one of the several follicles in the ovary starts to develop along with the oocyte. Means these follicles, they also develop with the oocyte present in it. So under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone, means these follicle stimulating hormones, they help the ovary for development. Okay, so these development follicles, they secrete estrogen. Means they follicles which undergo the development. What happens? The oocyte present in it, under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone, it secretes estrogen. So endometrium, which is present or in the uterus, it starts to develop. Means the uterus and the endometrium of the uterus, it starts to develop during the first cycle, or it gets regenerated during the subsequent cycles under the effect of estrogen. Means estrogen is responsible for this first cycle. Okay, so meanwhile, what happens? Developing follicles, they complete its development. Means the follicles which are present, they complete its development, and after that, what happens? It bursts under the effect of luteinizing hormone. Means they start to burst after the effect of luteinizing hormone, and the oocyte is released from the ovaries. So the oocyte, it is released means when this oocyte is released, this process is called as ovulation. So how the ovulation starts, you can observe this in the figure which is present in your textbook on the page number 31. So how this process starts and how the ovulation period is there. So this all figure is given in your textbook also. Okay, so the figure which I am showing you here, that is the same which is present in your textbook also. So refer that figure from your textbook. So remaining tissues of the burst follicle forms the corpus luteum. Means the tissues which are remaining in this process, what they do, they form a corpus luteum, and corpus luteum starts to secrete progesterone, and this corpus luteum, it means it secretes the progesterone, and after that what happens, endometrial glands, they are secreted, and their secretion under the effect of progesterone. So such endometrium is ready for implantation of embryo. So for the implantation of embryo, this endometrium is ready for means it is ready at this time. Okay. So after that, if oocyte is not fertilized within 24 hours, means if the oocyte which is released from the ovaries through the path of oviduct in 24 hours, if this means oocyte which gets released, in the figure you can see the blue part, it is starting its journey from the ovaries through the oviduct. So what happens if it doesn't get fertilized within 24 hours? What happens? The corpus luteum, it becomes inactive and it transfers into corpus albicans. Means if within 24 hours it doesn't come in contact in contact with a sperm, or if it doesn't get fertilized within 24 hours, what happens? The corpus luteum, it becomes inactive in this way that it transfers into corpus albicans, and due to this, what happens? The secretion of estrogen and progesterone stops completely. Means if the oocyte, it doesn't get fertilized within 24 hours, what happens? The secretion of estrogen and progesterone, that also stops completely. So the corpus luteum, it also becomes inactive, and estrogen and progesterone, they also secrete, secretion also gets stopped here. So endometrium, it starts to degenerate in absence of these two hormones. So what happens? If this estrogen and progesterone, they stop their secretion, so the endometrium, it starts to degenerate this in this period. So this in absence of two hormones, what happens? Endometrium starts to degenerate, and the tissues of degenerating endometrium and the unfertilized ovum, they are discarded out through vagina. Means if the oocyte is not fertilized within 24 hours, what happens? The tissues of the degenerating endometrium, they are also unfertilized, means they also get unfertilized, and they get discarded out through vagina. Means what happens after that? This is accomplished with continuous bleeding. So if the oocyte it doesn't get fertilized, then it is discarded out through vagina, and due to this there is a continuous bleeding at that period, and this bleeding it continues approximately for 5 to 6 days, and this period of bleeding it is called as menstruation. So in this way this process takes place in the means ovary or female reproductive parts every month. So unless the oocyte is fertilized and the embryo is implanted, this process is repeated every month. So this process it is continuously and repeatedly done for every month. If the oocyte is not fertilized, then this process repeats every month, and if the oocyte is fertilized and if the embryo is implanted, this process is repeated every month. If the embryo is implanted, now repetition of this cycle is temporarily stopped till the parturition and thereafter period of breastfeeding. So if the oocyte it gets fertilized, what happens? This cycle, menstrual cycle, it temporarily stops up to the up to the birth of that embryo, and after the period of 6 months it gets stopped. So this menstrual cycle it is temporarily stopped for this period. Okay, so the menstrual cycle is a natural process, and the woman experiences severe pains during this period. So in this period what happens? Women they have severe pains during the period, and they also have severe weaknesses felt due to heavy bleeding, and there is a higher possibility of infections during this overall period. Due to all such reasons, there is a need of rest along with special personal hygiene. Okay, so in this way we have
हेलो शिल्पा मैम। शिल्पा मैम। हेलो शिल्पा मैम। शिल्पा मैम, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। हेलो शिल्पा मैम। शिल्पा मैम, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। हेलो शिल्पा मैम। हेलो शिल्पा मैम, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। हेलो शिल्पा मैम, यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल।
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
Yes ma'am, you continue.
So, yes. So, which four hormones are secreted during the menstrual cycle? Hello?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, who will give me the answer? Which four hormones control the menstrual cycle?
Muskan. Divyani, unmute yourself. Rehan, unmute yourself.
Follicle stimulate hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, progesterone.
Progesterone. Okay. Okay. So, what happens if the oocyte it doesn't get fertilized within 24 hours? What happens?
Roshni, unmute yourself. Roshni Gautam.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, answer.
Miss, it will start continue bleeding.
No. The answer is, if the oocyte is not fertilized within 24 hours, corpus luteum, it becomes inactive and transforms into corpus albicans. This is the correct answer. Okay. So, which two hormones they stop their secretion completely if the oocyte doesn't get fertilized within 24 hours? Which two hormones they stop?
Diksha, unmute yourself.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning.
Ma'am, endometrium and degenerates.
No.
First, estrogen and progesterone, these two hormones get stopped.
Only estrogen and progesterone they stop during if the oocyte is not fertilized. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
After that, if the oocyte it gets fertilized, what happens? Does the menstrual cycle continue, or it gets temporarily stopped?
Ma'am, will you question repeat?
Okay, if the oocyte it gets fertilized, what happens? Does the menstrual cycle continues, or it gets stopped temporarily?
Ma'am, unless the octave is fertilized and embryo is implemented, this process repeated every month.
No.
And
the
menstrual cycle is natural process. This continues their pains during this period.
No. This is not the correct answer. I asked you that if it gets the menstrual cycle, it continues or it stops temporarily. So two options I have given you. From these two options, you select one option. Continues or
It continues, ma'am. Continues, ma'am.
No, this is not the correct answer. It temporarily stops the repetition of this cycle. It stops temporarily if the oocyte is fertilized. So, up to this, when there is a menstrual cycle, why we have to take rest, and why there is a need of personal hygiene during this period?
Ma'am, serve weakness is felt due to heavy bleeding. There is a higher possibility of infection too during this overall period. Due to all such reasons, there is need to rest along with special personal hygiene.
Okay, very good. Okay, so in this way, today we have completed menstrual cycle topic, and in our next lecture we will complete our lesson life processes part 2. Next lecture will be the last lecture of this lesson. Okay, so We will continue in our next lecture. So, ma'am, shall I wind up, or I show the video?
Still we have 3 minutes. Anyone having doubts? Anju, unmute yourself if you're having doubt. Adil, you're having doubts? Okay, ma'am. No one is having the doubts. Just play the video.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, students.